Hello!
Hi, everyone!
Welcome back to Fandom Fuse.
That's Zach.
That is Nicole, and we finished the first season.
We finished the first season of The Legend of Vox Machina.
Yeah. And, like we've been saying, when we finish between the seasons, we're going to watch all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe also we'll watch the Scanlan recap song video.
I heard that I need to watch that.
And maybe the trailer.
I don't know. I heard
some
you. Some of you said not to.
But also, there's a lot of fun vibes involved.
That's
I guess it depends on you, how you're feeling. Because I know you don't like trailers.
I don't like
often.
trailers. I actually stay away from them pretty often.
I loved it because it got me super hyped for the season.
That's fair.
So.
I guess that, as we've all noticed, that trailers just start showing too much. And I hate seeing everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that their trailer gave some nice vibes as to what's coming without spoiling too much. But then again, also I watched the campaign.
You knew the story.
So I knew the story and
I know
the nod. So I don't know. So why don't we watch through these and then we'll decide if we want to watch them.
Sounds good. All right.
Awesome. So this is for the first chunk. This is the legend of the story of the Legend of Vox Machina.
That's hilarious.
They're all like that.
That's so funny.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
So the story of Vox Machina takes place on Taldore, which is a continent in the world of exam.
Hi, Matt.
But they are people that are trying to get by, and they found that it's easier to survive.
Oh, wow.
and succeed.
Yeah, that was the OG footage of it.
They became a party. The series begins with an.
They look so different though,
This
was because before they picked their concept art
yeah.
their character design.
We wanted to capture kind of the sparkle and magic of when we were playing at the table.
I love seeing the old clips of their home game.
To see
That's
the
so
really
cool.
heartfelt, touching scenes.
It's very serious and dramatic, but has
got
moments of
haze capture.
intense and beautiful
Nice.
levity and lighthearted fun. And we, as the writers' room, should also be a group of friends having fun. And that was the moment I was like, "We got this."
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to look at it.
It was just a blast, getting
2019.
all these amazing and talented
Okay.
writers.
Time me and him were able to collaborate on something, but he was just.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, seeing the credits that some of the
He's done a
writers on this
lot.
have, that they've all done
Eugene's
some
son, our
crazy
story
stuff.
editor,
That's
has
awesome.
been incredibly helpful along the way. Really
Wow.
getting all of our notes.
Him too.
coming in and having all kinds
Ben
of really
10!
No, like I said, literally everyone on this writing team.
She's been a fan for a while, and she's
Wow.
We've got some big stuff.
She's got some good ones, too.
Such that the characters have gone through that I've gotten the pleasure to work with over the years. Their dynamic as a writing team is fantastic.
Wow.
I've never worked with Mark before, but he brings a wealth of experience.
Carnival Row!
Yeah,
I really liked that show.
Thompson, who came from the live action.
Once upon a
Westworld, Sarah, yeah.
Ashley Birch, I'd never worked with before until
Damn.
We love Ashley
She's
Birch.
fantastic. Beyond just being a talented writer, she's actually played.
Did I say Life is Strange?
Yeah, she's the voice of Chloe in Life is Strange.
Live show.
Shut up!
Yeah, she was on campaign 2 for a bit.
I love
She's in a bunch of stuff. We love.
This is a
I
powerhouse.
love
Yeah.
the writer's room is a game campaign and trying to translate
Like
that
girl,
and
boy.
bring that to life in an animated series.
An adaptation maintain the spirit.
Wow.
No,
of the
seeing it go
story
from
and the
this
spirit
to
of each
what we
character
got, it
and
was
the
so
character
cool.
arcs and what they're going through.
This, maybe we can plus this. When you go with a campaign where it's hundreds of hours,
That's a lot of time.
It is.
A lot of it is really
about because Matt has such a clear vision, and I definitely didn't want to step on that.
We love a rare bearded Matt Mercer.
Pretty attractive.
You know, it looks really good. It looks really good.
There's things we were like, oh my god.
Harder ideas, the ones that go against what you initially expected, make the most important changes.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Project I've ever taken
Like,
on.
I love that there are, creatives out there in the world that are not only very creative in their own right, but also are just so talented at being collaborative with other people.
Oh, definitely.
Because there's so many people out there that are like, I'm really good at this, and that's why I don't need you. Where it's like, I'm really good at this, and we can make it better if we work together. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I love that Matt is one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, RPGs are very collaborative.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
And
I think one of our commenters was saying it too. Like, there was a point, I believe, in this process that someone talks about somewhere along the lines where, the cast literally made a list of the moments that they wanted, that were this is super important, and then they were like, let's see what we can do with
That's
them.
really cool.
I think it's very, very cool.
Critical Role is an IP and is a legacy IP, but it's happening.
That was
right
their-
now.
Was that them?
Yeah, that was their intro before campaign 1. We'll have to watch that at some point.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
Everyone
And then you're in the writer's room with those people, with that cast,
you get to feed off that immediacy. It's like writing a Spider-Man script in the room with Stan Lee.
Wow.
It's working very hard to
That's
honor
really
the
cool.
original.
It all come together, and as each thing gets approved, and we see every facet.
Not making this? Like, oh, not sure, but I love this drink. Oh, it's delicious. Give me more of this drink because I like being drunk. If you like being drunk on Critical Role, then I think you'll like what this series of bartenders have done to it.
What a powerful metaphor. I love it.
That's wild. That is a wild sentence.
If you like being drunk on Critical Role. But yeah, so that's the story, the legend of the Legend of Vox Machina.
Yeah. Okay.
No, so many cool people being thrown together.
This one?
Yeah. So just move your way down
The
the
Legend
line.
of the World of the Legend
We're
of
seeing these amazing.
To see it all for the first time, I went and I sat in my car and I just started crying because I was like, I can't believe this is real.
I can't imagine that though. Like, just creating something with your friends and then seeing it become this. Like,
Yeah.
Story over the years.
I couldn't even imagine.
That's incredible. The animators are incredible.
No, just watching some of the shit that they do during this is wild.
In the first place, I had no idea I was going to be on it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Could you imagine?
Let me pay for this to happen. Oh, I'm making
Oh,
it happen.
I'm getting paid to make it happen. Awesome.
So not only is he a
supervising director is to really coordinate work with the story team. We're literally translating idea into visual and finding opportunities to really push
It's the tavern from the very beginning.
make
Wow.
the world feel that much.
We're getting to revisit all these great locations that we explored in the original Vox Machina campaign that we played through live. Scale and scope.
There it is.
We
Yeah.
had to go back and look at Matt's original drawings and be like, is this right? Does this match? And it does. He took what Matt did on a 2D piece
So
of paper
cool.
and turned it into a 3D world.
I think when you think about
that's
Iman
incredible.
compared to other fantasy
Talented people
cities,
just
you know, like
make
Rivendell,
me.
Not
there's
sure.
gonna
Like
be,
I wish I
a
was
certain
talented.
I'm in awe. You are
familiarity
talented.
to Iman
Can't do this. You have a
because
different
it's
talent.
kind of like a fantasy New York.
In the campaign, stream-wise, it's a coastal fishing city among
yeah,
a unique
It's for the
looking
kids.
that
Yeah.
itself looks like waves frozen.
And Vox Machina, as you know, makes a journey from Iman to Whitestone, and even the journey
It's a
that
long
they
trip.
take, Arthur
It's
has
really long.
taken again. This is with transitions from forest to desert to jungle to mountain.
We're looking at different landscapes existing in the real world. It's the Alabaster Sierras, so we picked from the actual high Sierras and took those shapes and the way the trees look
Wow.
and the way the vegetation spreads across
So
them and
neat.
assigned it. Our other large location for season 1 is going to be Whitestone.
Fund the
The
arts,
architectural
guys,
language we
because then we
really
get
wanted
cool
to-
stuff.
Because then we
like
get
this.
very cool shit.
It felt authentic.
He went back
get rid of
into
art
the
class in
history
middle
of
school and we
world
don't have
and
people
history
like
of the
this.
continent and thought
Fund
if
the
people
arts.
had sailed here via boat.
I just the genre
what
of
would their
saying fund the
architecture look
arts.
So
Really mention the city of Whitestone without mentioning the Sun Tree.
The first time I saw the sun tree, it was so.
background designer is going to take that storyboard and just really flesh
Trinket!
out the
Little
story,
trinket
figure
being
out what
cute.
design elements we want in there.
Months of production ahead of us.
We're getting into the nitty gritty of it.
It's a never-ending circle of work and creativity and energy that's going into the series.
Finally, all of this work, it's all come to fruition.
We are really trying to elevate ourselves to create an animated show that even we've never done before.
I think the fans and critters are going to be floored by what we've made for them.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
That was cool.
No,
That was a
I
good
love
one.
hearing about that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, especially I love hearing Taliesin and Ashley when they talk about that kind of stuff
Yeah.
because like Taliesin grew up in Hollywood. His like grandfather was like a writer on a bunch of stuff.
Oh wow.
That I'm sure people in the comments will tell us. He was on he was like a child star essentially.
I love
Ashley
that.
was the same thing. She was on a show with Robin Thicke, that Leonardo DiCaprio was on. Like she was like a wee baby. And Leonardo DiCaprio, you know, with his little hair, was a little teen boy. And I was like, what? Craziness. Got experience out the wazoo.
The Legend of the
There's something
Design.
with Bill Barassa that's
That's
Oh,
incredibly
yeah. It's all about the character
Amazing
designer.
artist. I love drawing this stuff.
I'm so excited. Listen, I'm gonna tell you also. I'm gonna pull back the veil for just a second. I write books. Those are them right there. I wrote those 4 books right there. My gauge for if I've made it is when somebody makes character art of a character I created. That's when I've made it. That's my goal, right?
But then imagine that.
Imagine this, like incredible artist just bringing them to life. Check out all of the books by Nikki Robb. Yeah, these 2 are 2 parts in a series, and then these 2 are 2 parts in a series. This is fantasy novels, and then this is a Vampire Wide Shoes. You should check them out. You could find them on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. Stop. All I'm saying is I want to see those characters alive like this.
I'm hyping you up. I love my life.
The DC films, I saw his style and I connected with it in such an acute way. He has such a fantastic eye. As the fates would have it, when Laura and I sat down, I hear this, Travis, and I look to my left and across the aisle is Phil Barassa just sitting right there. And just in that moment,
Kismet.
I was like,
that's pretty cool.
Kismet. Animated.
Me drawing
that's
this
cool.
stuff, I'm just shy of 20 years now that I did on the DC superheroes at Warner Bros. Animation. But fantasy is my first.
Phil is pretty much a legend in the animation industry out here, and the idea that he would be coming on to the project with us, I don't think I even believed it.
Yeah, we pause it.
My reactions.
Could you imagine, like, being like an animation fan your whole life? Being a big nerd, looking through Arthur's perspective of like, I backed this project.
Yeah.
And then my studio got the job doing it. And then like someone like a legend that I've looked up to probably the majority of my life is also on it.
Mind blown.
That would be incredible.
Arthur, man, MVP.
Dude, MVP, dude, he did some good ass work for this.
Fine. There was so much to explore on a visual level. Normally, when I'm creating a design, it comes from the written word.
I have a few of them if you want to read them.
Dang.
Just the creators had imbued in their creations, the way Laura's performed it.
Every time we pull up an image or a turnaround of Keyleth, everyone in the room is just like, oh, she's so cute.
She is so cute.
She's precious.
And his first stab at Scanlan was kind of perfect. I don't think we changed that much. We were just nitpicking on collar size and hair shape. Everything else.
Could you imagine if they just made his collar just crazy large?
Everybody else is
easy to make a hulking figure look intimidating, but Grog has to be able to convey both the rage and the fury of a strong jaw, but also like the warmth and the gentle nature of Grog.
He's kind of the Hulk, but with like the size of his ears.
Phil did such a good job with just the nuance.
Also very archetype, like Percy and Vax are dexterity builds, so they're very live and
that's real. Oh, that's so cool that he thinks of that.
Bring out to show that.
Oh my gosh.
Dexterity.
something that's really important about this animated series is we wanted it to be definitely and distinctly an adult series. It's for grown-ups.
Big time.
We wanted to make sure that
while feeling uniquely Western and uniquely, honestly, uniquely themselves.
Phil's stuff definitely leans way more into the anime direction, and anime itself is kind of like part of the DNA of Titmouse's look and culture.
Wait till you meet
All of
Caduceus,
us here watch a shit that into his designs.
He just came to this with a
Lefty.
vigor and an
He's a lefty,
excitement
yeah.
that we couldn't help but be excited.
I'm glad I'm not the only person who clocks those things. I'm like, oh, they're really cool.
Western character design. Not experienced anything this good in animation.
I'm hoping we can do a lot of seasons of this show.
I think we're only really getting started with him. He's blown us out of the water with everything that we have in season 1. God's help us for what's in store in season 2.
True.
I'm very curious as to, because like they're already in, as far as I'm aware, they're in production for the Mighty 9 animated series. I'm curious if they're going to bring Phil in for that as well, or if they're going to get a different character designer to have like a completely different feel for that one. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm excited to find out.
Yeah.
We haven't heard much since they like actually announced it, and I'm eager. I wanna see it.
That's fair.
But
The Legend of the
essence
Voices.
Characters and what we did to our standpoint, and now to kind of marry them all together and have it be based on something that I kind of made up is
not kind of, Matt.
Crazy.
You very much made up a large majority of it.
I love how humble he is.
He is.
Seeing them with somebody outside of the room who could make us better than we could be on our own.
It was a very short list.
That's what I'm talking about, Matt.
Our good friend Mary Elizabeth.
You may remember her as Zara back in campaign 1.
On top of
I don't
just
know who that
coming and
is.
doing, guest episodes for us, she actually watched the series. She would text.
And then just step back with her baton and just start to conduct
such a
the
dream.
symphony of idiots that's in there.
I wanna make
When we
nerdy
started this
creative
whole
things with my friends.
Me too.
Around Matt's dining room table, we were all gathered
making that thing
together,
right now.
8 of us in a room face to face, and now recording.
Look how baby everyone is. They're so baby.
Together, just
The first time was obviously very, very
I love
exciting.
Ashley's wee
I think
little
all of
face.
us were like, is this a joke?
Something that still is carried through every aspect of this
They're just such cute friends. I know.
This is so cool. I love that they recorded together.
Yeah.
That's wild.
We're making each other laugh, cracking each.
It's an interesting, strange mix between extremely professional and a very filthy preschool where everyone's swearing all the time.
We've all been. It's so different when it's something that you've created.
I've never been.
Just gotta get the sass.
Yeah.
Where
3, 2, 1.
Not all animation allows recording in group settings.
Well, everything, of course, fell apart everywhere.
Yeah, it makes it difficult.
Ugh.
So this is where I am
It's
doing
got
my
facts in the
twinning.
background of the computer.
This is legit.
Hard not to feel concerned that we might be losing a piece of the
She's put on her
magic
headphones so
by
majestically.
having to
She's like,
switch to a remote recording.
Together at some point.
So you get a much more fun time with improvisation and laughing.
I like
and
recording
acting, and it's
solo.
it's live and it's
It's
real.
fun.
So I see that.
I
as
do
one
like
of the
bouncing
great
off of
silver
people,
linings
though.
of having to do everything
There's pros and
at
cons.
home.
Yeah.
The other thing is,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I can potentially spend 10 minutes on a single line doing 15 takes, because I just want to make sure that it's perfect, and we're always our own worst critic.
it's turned a lot.
That's
of
kinda me,
really
though.
good scenes into
I still want to hold on to some characters that I feel a connection with. So I am excited to be coming in as Silas Briarwood. Beyond.
I love how you can see each of the actors, like their little like how they get into character.
Mhm.
Like you could see Laura was doing like
Yeah.
this kind of thing, and then like Pike had that kind of like back, like
Yeah.
it's just cool. You could see it. I just love that. That's really fun.
Voice actors are cool.
Voice actors are so cool. Music.
Oh, this one's sick, dude.
Let's talk about some music.
This one's so cool.
Cherry on top.
I think everyone's gonna love the ride that the show takes you
You know, the one cat who does the music on this, like, is just so awesome. Just like.
makes it not your project anymore, it's our project. He's a true collaborator.
Kinda
in that
looks like
sense
Matt
that
a
we are
little bit.
making. I can talk all I want about this, but the only way to really convey my enthusiasm is to do it through music.
That's so cool.
Unbeknownst to us, Neil, on his own, scored a variation of what he called sort of the critical.
I went all in, hired an orchestra, recorded it, sent it to Sam, and said, "This is just my way of saying thank you for considering me."
Could you imagine applying for a job like that? Could you imagine?
That that's
Inbox,
kind of stuff
I think
gets
stood in the
shit done.
kitchen
Yeah.
with a glass of water and listened to it about 30 seconds.
And modern, which is exactly what we need, because Legend of Vox Machina is not a period piece. It is not historical. It is a modern fantasy.
Lucky to have him on this team.
That's so
I
great.
can imagine having just like the cojones, like I'm gonna hire an entire orchestra
That they had when they
in hopes of
created
getting a
these
job.
moments. I get in front of a keyboard and I
Oh. intensity to the cello.
Who is that? Hello.
Eric Riddler. He played on Titanic and Braveheart.
Jeez.
So NBD.
One thing I do starting out is the characters of Vox Machina have such clearly defined
There's so
personalities.
much that goes into
I've tried to find
creations like this.
This is fascinating.
To me, Grog is heavy metal. Pike and Keyleth, I've approached both with a similar kind of flute and choir. Percy, a little bit of a classical operatic approach. Dax and Vex have this gracefulness to them. So I've been handling that with strings playing these kind of classical waltz. I remember when I first started working on the show, I was trying to find the voice and kind of define some parameters. And then at one point, Sam asked me to write a heavy metal piece where Scanlan's playing the lute and it turns into a heavy metal guitar. And I'm like, all the rules are out there. So I opened up the musical pen
music and beautiful vistas. It wouldn't be us. We're a bunch of dumb fucks. So sometimes it's a reality. That way. Boy, Sam in reality.
That's so funny.
That's the I've never made before.
In the campaign, I
his own voice. So we've got to use that voice.
So further along, the result has been nothing short of spectacular.
They're short little songs that are just.
Can you imagine hanging out and making music with my older brother?
That'd be wild.
You want them to be stupid because of Scanlan, but they're so catchy.
I get it, Laura.
Every time a new one gets shared,
Definitely bring to life facets of that odd combination of classic fantasy and modern slapdickery. I have no other way to really explain it. Through the course of Sam and I writing
Frickin' frackin', man.
Frickin' frackin', man.
I've got a lot of insight into what a dirty birdie he is.
It rhymes
and it's dirty.
Super
the Scanlan Short Hall experience.
One of the big reasons why this is going to be a very adult cartoon.
So that's the this sex tape. It rhymes and it's dirty.
From a little bit of a hip hop.
What it means to take the story and to try to deliver the best I can to help bring it to the fans, to bring it to a new audience, and I just want to make this the best.
You ever just want to be that good at something?
You
ever just want to be that good at something?
I was just thinking about how, like, I wish, like, I can do a little bit of music, but, like, this is so just mind-blowing. It's incredible.
So well.
It's just, it's wild seeing people who are so good at things. Doing the things that they're good at. That girl's hot. I like her.
Yeah, I like her.
Wow.
No, she dressed up just to show up and play the cello like a badass. I love it.
Alright, we're on the last one.
Yeah, last one. Legend of the Cast.
Hey, we would have never imagined that we would get some of these names to be voices on our show.
I mean, I feel like a broken
Oh yeah, like how cool the
cast is.
The guest
I'm a fan
voice actors here.
Playing these characters.
Oh no!
They have a piece of Matt in them. They feel like friends. So when we were casting it,
it's him.
It's
him. The blue guy.
Amount of levels of consideration to make sure that they
literally said I caught you blue-handed.
The exact
whatever.
One of those NPCs that is beloved by all is Sean Gilmore of Gilmore's Glorious Goods. And after a lot of back and forth with Matt and Gilmore,
Sean Gilmore is, in my imagination, a naughty, sexy, mischievous cat.
That's exactly right.
Yes, he is. Look at that guy.
Sunil Brand is really good at hooking a finger under Bax's chin. So.
What we ended up with has an authenticity that we could not have gotten if Matt had played.
I like that they gave him a little bit of a tummy.
Yeah, it's a good design.
Out of Gilmore,
Because yeah, a lot of the stuff I've seen, he's like a slender dude.
Yeah.
As Matt painted,
I like it because sexy can come in all shapes.
Oh yeah.
Broad, diverse, crazy.
The
place
cut of that
filled with
robe
all
is
kinds of
perfect.
Voices from around the realm.
Choice when it comes to extremely talented people that happen to be friends of ours, and so there have been opportunities in the series to have people like Corey Payton.
not unfamiliar to
Love
Critical
Corey
Role fans
Payton
for his
so much.
portrayal as Shikasta or in Undead Wood. Sovereign Uriel is a huge part, which meant that we needed a huge
He's
voice.
also
Already paid for someone
Cyborg
to
in
return to for that, and he
Nice.
delivered instant best to defend Amon against its enemies in a
Bye,
few of the
Felicia.
early episodes of the Arms of Amon in the animated series.
I think Jared is one of the coolest characters in the campaign.
Just sad that they took his crossbow
You
away.
need to prove it to him. You need to prove it to him more.
General Krieg is a character from our early home game days that some fans may not be super familiar with, but he did reside on the Council of Tal'Dorei, and we had to turn to a big voice for his character.
Hello, my name is David Tennant, and I'm playing General Krieg.
Which is just wild.
Well, I think that Sam directed DuckTales.
Oh, yeah.
Free stream NPC. So
And
he
he
really is the
was
one that
Scrooge
brings it
McDuck.
to life for the community as well for the first time.
I can't believe you made it out alive.
He was so excited to be
I
part
love
of this
him.
project because he had seen.
Said all shows should be pitched. They should all start in somebody's front room and end up on television. Why not?
Knowing what that character
Why not?
is going to
Why
be required
not
to do,
David Tennant?
was fantastic. Fame is our fence. He transformed into this slime.
That was him?
That was him. Yeah.
Playing the
Yeah, Buster from Arrested Development.
Zone's match character, voiced by Mason Alexander Park, who was incredible.
They're huge. They were in
Down the booth. The
Sandman.
goddess voice of the Everlight is Tracy Toms, incredible voice, incredible performer.
Rent, right? Yeah.
Himself, Max Mullen as Desmond, the coachman for the devious Briarwood.
Poor Desmond.
Lynn, who is a brand new Stone crew as Keeper Yemen. We have Gina Torres.
Your first take of her is really someone of great calm and spirituality, but she has a much greater agenda. She also has a couple of tricks up her sleeve, which make her a badass.
When it came to the character
She's
of
so good.
Archibald Desne, we
Archie!
made some changes to the character overall. We also wanted to push this young rebel leader with a voice print that we thought to Dominic Monaghan. And he said yes.
Look at that little face.
Able-bodied fighter in white steel.
Like we have a hobbit on our show. It's amazing.
Gave a whole new shape to the character.
Oh, yeah. I
Yes.
remember you telling me.
Talk, you're wasting time.
He's so
Van
good.
Meyer also cuts an
Such a talented
extremely
actor.
intimidating
I mean, they all
profile,
are. But
and we knew with you can't go wrong with Rory McCann.
Yard.
the Hound from Game of Thrones.
Yard.
Dr. Hannah Ripley is another one of the
Hilarious.
Briarwood henchmen.
Kima of Vord, played by the incredibly funny Stephanie Beatriz.
She has just
So deliciously wonderful to play.
Delilah is a
Princess
very
Azula of the Fire
complicated
Nation.
villain.
I like it.
Also
It's sort of
Vicky
like
from Fairly Odd
I
Parents.
remember you telling me that.
when I'm like it, but right now I'm just having fun.
I have. Hold on. This is the stupidest tangent. I might cut this. I might not. Depends.
Keep it in.
Vicky from the Fairly Odd Parents. Now listen, I grew up and my name was Nikki, right? When that Icky Vicky song
Vicky.
came out, it ruined my life.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people came up to me singing that song to me.
Between that and also, hey, Nikki, you're so fine. you're
I
so
love
fine,
that.
you
That's
know.
nice.
I'm just saying, you have probably a lot of songs sung at you.
No, I loved Hey Nikki because they were calling me fine, which is correct.
You are so fine.
Thank
and it
you.
does, in fact, blow my mind.
Thank you. But this one was awful. So
Thanks,
thanks a lot,
Gray
Gray.
But she does do horrible, horrible things, but it's all in the name of love, so we have to root for her just a little bit.
We also have the talented Darren.
He's grotesque. He's the ugly guy.
Mess. So I'm sure we're like, of course, Darren. He's disgusting. He's evil. He's a mess. We've got to make it.
I'm
hit.
pretty sure he, played
not convinced to see
games with Matt's mom when
creatures
they were
come out of
younger.
him that don't really make
How
sense.
wonderful.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's very... I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Death to the Derollers. There's the great
Wow.
joy
Yeah, he's
in
got a
playing
voice.
someone who just doesn't give a damn. Watch it. Who would have thought that we would get to tell these stories in this medium, and people aren't ready for how vibrant and exciting it looks.
It's very like those cartoons that you watched as a kid. It kind of reeks of nostalgia, but with swear words. And what could be better?
It feels like our
Nothing.
little
Such
group is
gravitas.
just starting
It feels like these characters that we have lived with for years now have
It's
been
so
given
cool.
new life.
The fact that there are all these critters who are invested in this means that, fuck, it needs to be seen, it needs to be made.
People say stuff like, this is your world, you created this. That, like, I, to a degree, helped facet it, but I am one of many storytellers in this. Me and all the players at the table, and the community that watch this, and all these artists, developers, and designers. This is a continued expansion of that collaboration, and collaboration is key. This isn't my world anymore.
It's so, all ours. Oh no! That's so cool.
Are you excited? Are you enthralled?
Yeah, absolutely. This was awesome. Thank you for those of you that suggested that I watch this. This was really cool.
It was just really cool to see how all this happened.
I love it.
It's incredible.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm even more pumped for season 2 now.
We did it.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching along with us. We stay tuned. We're gonna be watching the recap for season 1.
Maybe the trailer for season 2.
Maybe the trailer. I don't know. We'll see.
It'll get you more excited.
I know, but trailers give so much away.
It doesn't. It'll be fine.
But thank you all so much for watching along. This has been Fandom Fuse. That's Zach.
That's Nicole.
And this was the Legend of the Things of the Legend of Vox Machina.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you next time, everyone.
Goodbye. Check out her books. Bye.